Hello, it is another beautiful day today, and this is a Paw Paw tree. In this video, I'm going to take you guys with me and plant 6 of them. Let's go. Paw Paw trees are rare, temperate, tropical fruiting trees. They are in the Ananaceae family or custard apple family, and they are highly sought after for their fruit. That is because you'll never see it in the grocery store because the fruit doesn't last once it's ripe, and the flavor of the fruit is a mix between banana and mango. Now, these trees grow in zones 5 to 9. So me being in zone 6B, I think I have a good chance at growing them. But they are tricky and they require love. So in the first 3 to 5 years of growing these, they need to be shaded while they establish. And then after that, they need sun to produce fruit. So that's a little bit tricky in itself. You need to find the right place to plant it so you can do that for it. Now, they also have a very fragile taproot that does not like being disturbed, especially at this size. So, I'm pretty confident that I'll be able to plant it, but we'll see. And I'll take you guys along with me. So, the trick with growing these was finding a place to plant them because they need shade in the first 3 to 5 years, and then they need the sun afterwards. So, this little forested area was absolutely perfect, but it was covered in rocks. The soil is completely rocks. As you can see here, that was the soil. So what had to be done, a big excavator had to come in and dig these holes, and I'm going to fill them in with topsoil mixed with 10% compost. And that should give it enough to establish to a point that it can find its way through the rocks at the bottom. So I'm going to do that for all 6 holes here. I'm going to fill the compost in, or the topsoil compost, sorry. And then I'm going to plant these pawpaws in, and I'll mulch them over as well. So I'll take you guys with me on a little time lapse through that. And here we go. All right, we got our holes filled with soil and it's time to plant. I've already dug a hole twice as big as the root, and I put a handful of worm castings in it. That's going to give it some bonus nutrients for the first transplant. And well, let's see what kind of root ball we have here. What I like to do when I take my small trees out of pots is you just put your hand on the soil like that so nothing falls out. Just kind of tap or squeeze the edge here and it should come out. That's not too bad at all. So these pawpaws, they have nice little tap roots. What I would do with a regular tree or plant is I would kind of massage the root ball to let some of those roots run free. But since pawpaws have tap roots, you don't want to do that at all. They do not want any disturbance on their root system. So I'm going to be as gentle as possible here. And I'm going to place this into the hole that I've dug. Just like so. I'm going to take some soil from around and just kind of push it in. Give it a little push downwards. Get that guy nice and snug. Make sure it's level. You don't want to bury any plant or any tree too deep. Plant it just at that soil line of the pot. Give some pats down. And I'd say that's pretty good. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to plant the rest of these. I'm going to put a couple scoops of mulch on top to help that moisture retain. And then I'm going to water it in with this stuff. It's called Royal Black. It is a transplant fertilizer that helps transplant shock. It's organic, OMRI listed, so falls under what I'm trying to do here. So here are the planted Paw Paw trees with mulch around them. Now the mulch I'm using is just some chipped up trees from around here, and that'll do just fine. Now, when winter comes, I'll be putting a bit more mulch on just to protect them from the frost. But for right now, let's see how they turn out in the coming years. There they are. That's the end of the Paw Paw planting, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you learned something, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more. I'm going to go water these guys in, and we'll see you in the next one.